Over the past few years, I've been watching a ton of room transformation and gaming setup videos, scrolling through tons of TikTok and YouTube videos, which finally made me decide to build one myself. So here's my current room. It's honestly pretty cozy, but I want to take it to the next level and turn it into the best room setup. Right now I've got a small black L-shaped desk in the corner, and a bedside table, which is where my setup is going to be. I started off by researching some products for my room and found some pretty cool things that I'll definitely be linking down in the description if you want to check them out for yourself. After hours of research, I finally ordered everything, and after, there was nothing to do but wait. When the packages finally arrived, I started bringing all of them into my room one by one, so I didn't have to worry about them later. After everything was inside, I moved the boxes to the corner of my room and decided to build the L-shaped sit-to-stand desk with the help of my dad. After about an hour or so of building, we finally finished, and it was pretty late, so I decided to call it a day. So it's the next day, and I wanted to start building the chair. I went with the One Game ergonomic gaming chair that has great reviews for both comfort and durability. Putting it together was pretty simple. All the tools and instructions came with it, which is a lifesaver. This chair is just what I wanted with the cool futuristic look. It also came with 2 cushions for support on my back, which is what I need for my posture. I think the color and style will really add to the overall vibe of the room. For the monitors, I went with 2 Sansui 27-inch WQHD displays. These have a crisp 2K resolution, and on top of that a 180Hz refresh rate and a 1 millisecond response time. I got each monitor for around 200 Canadian, which is honestly a crazy deal for the price. Just attach the stand, plug in the cables, and they're good to go. Alright, now for the powerhouse of the setup, the PC. After looking through a few builds and pre-builds, I decided to go with the Panorama white gaming PC from Amazon. This thing's pretty much ready to tackle any game or project I throw at it. It's packing an AMD Ryzen 7 5700X with 8 cores, a GeForce RTX 4070 with 12GB of VRAM, and a massive 32GB of DDR4 RAM. For the mouse, I went with the Ninjutsu Sora V2, a name you've probably seen all over TikTok. It's known as the world's lightest wireless gaming mouse, weighing just 39 grams. It's built from polycarbonate with no holes, so it's light without that honeycomb look. It's also got Ninjutsu's Snappy Fire technology, which brings insanely low latency, with an 8000 Hz polling rate, and a dedicated competitive mode. It's built for pure performance, and I think it'll fit perfectly with the rest of my setup, and it just feels super responsive. So next up, I'm taking down the floating shelves and putting up some hexagon LED panels. I wanted to add a more modern and dynamic look to the wall, and these panels are perfect for that. Each hexagon can change colors independently on my app, so I'll be able to customize them to match any theme I want, whether it's for gaming sessions, a relaxed vibe, or syncing it with my music. So I found this super cool levitating display stand that's usually meant for shoes, but I thought, why not try using it with my headphones? It's called the UVHAS Magnetic Levitation Display Stand. This stand uses electromagnetic currents to make items float mid-air, giving them a really unique display. It is now day 3. I wanted to add some texture to the walls, so I got some 3D wall panels in a diamond design. These panels come in 12x12 matte white squares, and they come in a pack of 33, which was perfect to cover a nice section of the wall. I got this cool new overhead phone mount that I'll be using for future videos on this channel. It's super versatile, and it even has an LED ring light built in, which should help with the lighting. Next up, I knew I needed some quality sound, so I went with the Sanyun Bluetooth speakers in white. These speakers are compact but pack a punch, with a 60-watt output and a built-in 24-bit DAC for clearer, high-resolution audio. Now it's time to add some ambient lighting under the desk for that extra vibe. I went with these Keep Smile 100 feet LED light strips, which come in 2 rolls of 50 feet each. They're RGB, so they have all the colors I need, and they can even sync to music, which could pair well with the Sanyun speakers I bought. With both the app and a remote control, I can adjust the colors and brightness super easily. Next, my dad and I were planning on adding a 50-foot LED neon rope light to outline the desk and the textured wall. I think it'll really elevate the whole look, creating this vibrant outline around my setup. The light strip is flexible and has so many color options and sync modes, which will make it easy to match the vibe depending on the time of day or feel I want for a video. We carefully placed it along the desk edge and around the wall, and I'm already loving the effect. It highlights the entire area perfectly. So this just arrived and I couldn't wait to get it out. This is my custom NateTube neon logo sign. I wanted something to make the setup really feel like my own, and this just completes it. The sign is a perfect size to sit right above the setup, and I went with the dimmable light so I can control the brightness. Plus it has a really cool sleek look that fits right into the vibe I'm going for. And there it is with the lights on. The sign really pops and brings that extra level of personality to the whole setup. Can't wait to see how it looks in the final shot. Alright, so we're going full on with the white theme here, so I had to pick up some new gear to match the aesthetic. First up, I went with the Logitech G735 headset. Not only does it look sleek with the all white finish, but it's got solid audio quality for gaming and editing. Plus the RGB lighting adds a nice touch without overdoing it. Then I grabbed the HyperX Quadcast S mic. It's known for super clear audio, which will definitely come in handy when I'm recording videos. It also has customizable RGB lighting, so I'll make sure to set it to white. To keep everything consistent, I also picked up this white textured mousepad. It adds some depth to the setup without looking too flashy, and it's a smooth surface, which makes it perfect for the Sora V2 mouse. And I also got a mic stand for the Quadcast S. Then my dad and I got to work putting up some 15.7-inch floating shelves to add that extra touch to the setup. We carefully measured and aligned each shelf to make sure they're perfectly spaced for displaying things. This is exactly what the setup needed to stand out more and add some personality. I found this super interesting floating plant pot that I'm excited to unbox and try out. This is a floating plant pot designed for succulents to make them levitate in mid-air. I'm hoping that it would add lots to the setup. For cable management, I went with a super clean approach using a cheap cable concealer kit. This set is perfect for hiding power cords, speaker wires, and other cables, and it's even paintable to match your decor. Here's a quick before of the messy cables. Now after all the work, here's the final reveal.